And the Oscar goes to...
Now that The Secret Agent has finally been released in UK cinemas, I've officially seen every film nominated for Best Picture at this year's Oscars, and they've been a mixed bag. A couple of them were underwhelming, a couple of them rank among the greatest movies I've ever seen, and one of them ranks among the most generic, safe, by-the-numbers movies I've ever seen. So here's every 2026 Best Picture nominee, ranked from worst to best. I honestly have no idea how F1 got a Best Picture nomination. It's just a generic sports movie. It's entertaining, but it's nothing special. The racing scenes are pretty exhilarating, and they looked incredible on the big screen, but the film as a whole has a very formulaic story with one-dimensional characters. Brad Pitt and Kerry Condon and Javier Bardem are all extremely charming and very easy to watch, but none of them are doing their best work because they're not working with the best material. F1 is fine, but it's taken away a spot that could have gone to a genuinely great film like Sorry Baby or No Other Choice. Ever since the Best Picture nominations expanded to 10, there's usually a slot reserved for a beloved blockbuster like Dune or Black Panther or Top Gun Maverick. If Wicked 2 or Avatar 3 hadn't been so mediocre, it would have gone to one of them. Instead, we're stuck with F1. This year, Guillermo del Toro finally made his Frankenstein movie. He's toyed with elements of Mary Shelley's magnum opus in all his previous films, and now he's finally put his own distinctive vision of the original science fiction story on the screen. And honestly, I was a bit underwhelmed. It's not a bad movie, but it's not as awe-inspiring as Pan's Labyrinth, or as unpredictable as Nightmare Alley, or as universally human as The Shape of Water. It's a bit too long, a bit too flowery, and a bit too on the nose with its themes. Oscar Isaac's mother and love interest are both played by the same person. Gee, I wonder what that could mean. The second half of the film is much stronger than the first, purely because the monster's story is much more interesting than Victor's. But in spite of these flaws, you can really feel Del Toro's passion for the material. The visuals are stunning as usual, and Jacob Elordi is fucking spectacular as the creature. It might be the best Frankenstein's monster performance since Boris Karloff.
Look.
I liked Hamnet a lot, but I didn't love it. You get exactly what you're expecting, no more, no less. The first hour makes you love this sweet little boy, then the second hour makes you mourn his untimely demise. It's very well made, but it feels like there's an element of emotional manipulation. The cast all give really moving performances, especially Jacoby Jupe as Hamnet himself and Jessie Buckley as his grieving mother. It's beautifully done, but it didn't blow me away like some of these other nominees did.
Welcome to the headquarters of the human resistance.
Where's my hair?
Your hair has been destroyed.
Yorgos Lanthimos' latest wonderfully weird cinematic odyssey is a twisted satire of ecological collapse and conspiracy brain rot. This tale of alien visitors and cosmic interference turns the mirror around on humanity itself. It's in our nature to blame everyone but ourselves for our problems, but the only people we have to blame for the death of our planet and our species is ourselves. Lanthimos delivers this morbid Dr. Strangelove parable through the lens of a brilliantly acted, misery-style psychological two-hander, and it's endlessly compelling. Bugonia's commentary isn't particularly subtle, but the film itself is a tense, twist-the-knife thriller that culminates in one of the wildest endings I've ever seen.
Armando.
The Secret Agent is a timely thriller about how authoritarian regimes keep people living in fear and tear families apart. But it's also a wildly entertaining romp. It's a campy, colourful espionage caper. It filters the Brazilian military dictatorship through a quirky Our Man in Havana lens. It's both a harrowing look at political turmoil and a tongue-in-cheek exploration of the responsibilities of fatherhood. Wagner Moura is incredible in the lead role. He carries the whole thing.
Que ele é Armando?
Não. O nome dele é Marcelo.
Ryan Coogler explored the history of Jim Crow America and the therapeutic power of the blues in the most stunningly cinematic way possible in his mind-blowing mix of musical, horror, and action. Sinners is a wild cocktail of From Dusk Till Dawn, Harlem Nights, and the Blues Brothers, but it feels fiercely original. Coogler based the characters on his own family, so it feels deeply personal, and he reimagined the vampire myth as a metaphor for colonialism. The I Lied to You sequence alone was enough to earn Sinners a Best Picture nomination. That time-traveling Juana is pure cinema. Emotionally, it doesn't hit quite as hard as something like Train Dreams or Sentimental Value, but movies like Sinners are what the big screen was made for. Sentimental Value is a meta look at the way a filmmaker telling an autobiographical story can affect their relationships with the real people they're depicting on screen. But it's also just a deeply affecting drama carried by not one, not two, not three, but 4 heavy hitter performances. You really believe that this is a real family and that these 2 women's lives have been fucked up by a selfish, uncaring father. Stellan Skarsgård does an uncanny job of capturing all his characters' faults in unflattering detail, but still remaining endearing and likable. It's a really tough balance to pull off.
Beautiful, ain't it?
One is.
So many of this year's nominees beat the audience over the head with their message, but Train Dreams has a refreshingly light touch. It's fucking depressing, but it's beautifully made. It's a somber, sobering character study about a family man who just wants to be with his wife and baby, but has to keep going away to work to support them. Joel Edgerton and William H. Macy were robbed of acting nominations. They're incredible in this film. The dreams woven in and out of the story make you unsure of what's really happening, but it's not ambiguous in a frustrating way. It's ambiguous in a really profound way that allows you to come away with your own interpretation. Who knew a movie about ping pong could be this thrilling? Marty Supreme is a quintessential American epic. It uses this quirky underground world of table tennis to explore the American dream, and looks at the downside of ruthless ambition and the arrogance it takes to strive for greatness. Marty Supreme is basically Uncut Gems 2.0, a hair-raising, anxiety-inducing thriller about a New York hustler making bad decision after bad decision. It's utterly compelling. Whether you like the character or not, you can't deny that Timothée Chalamet vanishes into this role and draws you into this world.
Rise and shine.
Bat an eyelash.
Good morning.
There are no hands on the clock.
Why?
Because they're not needed.
While a lot of his contemporaries are past their prime, Paul Thomas Anderson is still just getting started. One Battle After Another is proof that he still has the ability to surprise his audience, and his best work might still be ahead of him. It's an urgent political thriller with a really timely message about the never-ending fight against fascism, but it's also just a riotously entertaining action comedy. It's rare that such a politically charged movie can be such a crowd pleaser, but that's what makes One Battle After Another feel so special. It's full of powerful imagery that evokes the fraught US political climate, including a portrayal of an ICE-like secret police terrorizing a peaceful town that proved to be hauntingly prescient. And it's darkly hilarious to see Leo's bumbling stoner trying to stay one step ahead of a ruthless military unit unleashed on its own citizens. Much like The Dude was the man for his time and place, One Battle After Another is the movie for its time and place. If One Battle After Another doesn't win Best Picture, I'll be very surprised. It's the best movie of the past year, and it just might be the best movie of the decade so far. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you liked the video. Remember to like and subscribe and click on the little bell. And also seize the day and call your mom and be kind to yourself.